Over the next 5 minutes or so, I'm going to talk about something which I probably will talk about tomorrow. Actually, I already know I will talk about it tomorrow just because I have already recorded tomorrow's video today, just because I won't have time to record a video tomorrow. So, in this video, I'm going to talk about my dream Nintendo Switch announcements or my dream Nintendo Switch games. I have sort of talked about this in the Q&A episode like ages ago now, back in 2015. So wanted to make this video again and give you my dream Nintendo Switch game. I definitely would love to see your dream Nintendo Switch games in the comment section below, but let's just kick things off with my first dream Nintendo Switch game, and that is a remake of Hogs of War, which was a PS1 game. It was voiced by Rick Mail, who sadly died back in 2015 after a heart attack, I do believe, but it's one of my favourite games of all time. It's sort of like Worms in 3D, but I think it's much better than Worms. So yeah, I would love to see Hogs of War on the Switch. That would just be absolutely crazy. Now my next dream Nintendo Switch game announcement would either be Time Splitters appearing on the Virtual Console with online multiplayer support, so I could play you in a match on Time Splitters and we can create maps on like the old Time Splitters games today or in 2017, like in March when we get the system. That would just be crazy if that did happen, but my preferred option is if we saw a Time Splitters remaster where we got all of the Time Splitters games all in one package, and yeah, it's updated to today's graphics. That would just be amazing. Seriously, I would love it if that happened. So my next dream Nintendo Switch game announcement would be the return of the James Bond franchise. Anybody that knows this channel knows that I love James Bond games. You've seen me play GoldenEye Source with my mates. I'll leave a link to the series playlist on screen now. This channel started off posting GoldenEye Wii videos, and that's just where the backbone of this channel lies. It was my favourite Wii game. I absolutely love GoldenEye on the Wii. So I'd just love it if James Bond returned. I'm not really that bothered about what format it takes. Like with it, it's like the old, like GoldenEye N64 games, or like the Agent Under Fire, like games like that. Or with it, it's like, you know, the first-person shooters like GoldenEye Wii and GoldenEye Reloaded. I think if it was like an Agent Under Fire mode, then I would personally prefer if the online multiplayer was like GoldenEye Wii, just because I absolutely loved it. Even though it's sort of like Call of Duty, for me, it was miles better than Call of Duty on the Wii. So that is why I want to see James Bond return on the Switch. That would just be crazy. Now, my next dream Nintendo Switch game announcement is something from Codemasters, which was one of the developers on the list that Nintendo released, showing the third-party devs supporting the Switch, and Codemasters was on there. Now, the game that I want to see return is a franchise that Codemasters sort of neglected, in terms of, like, they basically neglected this series for the Colin McRae, or now known as the Dirt games, which is more likely to appear on the Switch than LMA Manager, which is one of my favourite franchises of all time. It is sort of like Football Manager on the PC, but for me, it is miles better. And yeah, I just love it if Football Manager, or if I would love it if Football Manager came to the Switch, but I would prefer it if LMA Manager came to the Switch. That would just be crazy if that did happen. Now, my next dream Nintendo Switch game announcement is a mainline Pokemon game in HD. And if these Pokemon Stars rumours are true, then I could be getting that. And that is just a dream come true. I've been thinking that ever since the GameCube, where you could link up your Game Boy and play like Pokemon Ruby on the GameCube. I can remember my mate doing that with his GameCube. Unfortunately, I didn't have a GameCube at the time. I sort of felt like that ever since seeing Pokemon Coliseum as well. So I love it if we got a mainline Pokemon game in HD, that would just be a dream for me. And yeah, I'll just go absolutely crazy if that did happen. So my next and probably my last dream Nintendo Switch game announcement would be Modern Warfare Remastered with Wii Remote support. That would just be crazy. And actually, that isn't my last dream Nintendo Switch game announcement, just because I was a massive fan of Splatoon on the Wii U, so I'll love it if we did get to see a Splatoon 2 on the Switch. So, they're my dream Nintendo Switch game announcements. Let me know yours in the comment section below. We are only a few hours away now. Seriously, we're only like a day away from the Switch presentation. So I am really, really hyped at this moment in time. So that is it for this video, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.